Welcome back to the channel. All right, we're coming to you from a place that we haven't really filmed before, the Standard Overland HQ, I guess you'd call it. So the reason why we're doing this video is because we have a new piece of equipment to try out. I got this for Christmas. It is the fancy WeBoost. So there's like 3 different tiers of WeBoost, and we wanted to get the good one because we're going more and more off the beaten path with most of the trips we've been taking, and most of the time we're so far off the beaten path that there's like literally no cell service the whole time. And I actually like still having cell service out there, right? A lot of people get away from the cell phones and stuff like that, but it's nice to have electronics for 1, safety, but 2, I still like to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. So we are just going to give this a try. But first, if you notice on the back of the vehicle here, we're missing some swing outs. During our Christmas vacation to Missouri, I had a very good friend of ours kind of back into the back of my truck, which pushed the swing arms into the rear hatch. So I had to take it to the insurance company to help them look at it. But now we're going to put the swing outs back on before we put the WeBoost on, because we're going to have to run wires and all that stuff. And I just want to make sure that everything's good to go and nothing interferes with the wiring or anything like that. So he's swinging that things out back and forth. So we're going to give that a try. Try to work on the wind and everything, but put the swing outs back on, and then we're going to slow things down again and talk more about how we actually chose to install this thing. Those are good, really good. All right, so we put the swing outs on. Now it's time for the WeBoost. The one we bought, like I said, there's 3 tiers. This one is the Drive Reach over the road. All right, so this one's like for semi trucks and stuff like that. So because most of the ones we saw on YouTube, because we watched a whole bunch of videos on there, you guys probably have too, but I don't know if anybody was actually running this one. Sorry, scared Sam. What we got in the box here is a contact us if you need help. Installation overview. So the biggest part is this is the inside antenna. This has got to be mounted somewhere up front. This is the main booster right here. This has got to be somewhere towards the back, and it's got to be so close to the antenna or so far away, I guess. We kind of went over the instructions. We kind of got the idea of where we already wanted to mount it from seeing other videos. So I'm not going to do any measuring or anything. It's just we're going to put the antenna towards the back. This is going to be mounted right there because there's a power source right here, and that's where this is going to be. And since this thing has to be like 3 feet away from your cell phone, so we'll run the cord all the way through there somewhere, and it'll end up somewhere in between us, because some of the units that they have, you actually have to put your cell phone in. This one doesn't. This one has this external antenna that shoots the signal out within 3 feet. So that was one thing that was very cool about this kit, is it's going to work for both of our phones simultaneously as long as we're sitting in front of the vehicle, or sitting towards the front of the vehicle anyway. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess we're going to get started. A little bit more. All right. Nope. There it is. How's that look?
Good.
All right. Everything needs to be tightened up still, but
there's no Loctite on it yet.
There's just. But I can already tell that the cell phone service, the signal is already boosted, because we need some kind of sponsor.
So that's the cable coming down from the exterior antenna. going into the booster. Is that
Yes. All right, so I'll show you how I mounted this up. I don't really have a roof rack to mount it to, so I mounted it to our little brackets that we use for the awning. And I'm actually running it across the top of the hood, but I'm going to run this underneath those two boxes onto the luggage rack, and then we ran it down through the door over there. After we ran it down through the door, there's just one spot right here that looks like it has a little bit more clearance than the other, so even if it squishes it a little bit, it'll squish it less. And then we ran it right down here through the trim, and then right down here I popped off this access panel that gives you access to the bulbs for the signal lights and stuff. We popped that off. I drilled a little tiny hole, I don't know if you can see that, maybe right there. And we're gonna mount the WeBoost right here. All right, was this final step? Final step, sticking the antenna down here. And that's Velcro, so if we need to move it, we can. And I know you like to stick stuff down in the seats. So, yeah, that should be just fine. Yep.
All right, this is with no WeBoost. Speed test. Download is 9.41. 1 bar. Upload is 1.09. All right, now we have the WeBoost on. Let's check the...
Yep, it's working.
Okay, let's do another speed test. And this is just sitting in the backyard where we have okay service. Downloads 17.6, up from 9. And upload is 10.2, up from 1. So I'd say the WeBoost works.
All right. So it's cool. It wasn't that hard to hook up, which is always a problem for me with electronic stuff. So very easy. Plugs into a 12-volt outlet out there. You just run the wires, and then you run it to this. This is what sends the signal into your phone. Let me turn this out. Sorry. So it sends the signal into your phone, and the antenna up there. I don't know how tall it recommends. It's a little tall, so that might be something we adjust later on if it seems to be an issue. But
we use the shorter of the two options.
But let's check out how tall it is. So we did use the shorter one, but honestly, if this thing screws right into this right here, that may not be so bad later either. I mean, if it works the same way and we can get it lower, that'd be good, right? I don't know. We'll figure that out. That wouldn't be a hard adjustment anyway. All right, I guess we're done.